Guys, what's up? I have already mentioned Asta, and now it's time for Bastion to get his own video covering his skills, decks, and reward cards. At least on the bright side, this is some acknowledgement to who he is as a character. For those unaware, in the promotion video they left him till the very end, where he only received a couple of seconds. This is in reference to his constant need for attention, and can be seen in the following clip that I'll just put here.
Wait! Challenge me, Master!
Oh, get a life! Sartorius doesn't want to duel against you! Get it through your thick skull!
But look at all the medallions I've already won! Isn't he impressed?
Any loser could win a bunch of medals from some slackers.
Yeah, but look at Sartorius. He's dueling a pro.
Oh, I just want to be noted.
Now, in order to unlock Bastion, you need to win 50 duels with 3 or less cards left in your deck, and then you must complete the following missions. Win 1 duel using only water monsters, win 1 duel using only fire monsters, win 1 duel using only earth monsters, and win 1 duel using only wind monsters. For those of you who don't understand, this is based off the number of decks that Bastion runs, which he mentions in a couple of episodes. The first, where he faces Chaz Princeton in episode 12, when Chaz throws his cards to the sea, and Bastion explains that he has multiple decks. The other was in episode 34, where he faces the Shadow Rider Tanya, and asks which deck she should choose. As for his skills, the first is Silent as Water. This is at level 4, and its effects can be used after your life points are at 2000 or below. Play the field spell Yumiruka. If there already is field spell on your side of the field, return it to your hand. This skill can only be used once per turn. This can be useful if you are planning to play a properly water-based deck, and can make some of your stronger water monsters into over 2000 attack beatstick monsters, as they each gain 500 attack. The second ability is received at level 13. This is called Quick as the Wind, and its effect can be used after your life points are at 2000 or below. Play the field spell Rising Air Current. If there already is a field spell on your side of the field, return it to your hand. This skill can only be used once per duel. This can be useful if you are planning to play a purely wind-based deck, and can make some of your stronger wind monsters into over 2000 attack beatstick monsters. It works well when paired with a Harpies deck. The third ability is Mighty as Fire. This is at level 20. And its effects can be used after your life points are at 2000 or below. Play the field spell Molten Destruction. If there already is a field spell on your side of the field, return it to your hand. This skill can only be used once per duel. There is a fire attribute deck that specializes with the Element Dragon and Element Saurus as to boost with their fire attribute effects. This would make them 2500 attack. And with the number of fire attributes being increased from the recent DD Duel Tower, this is one of the easier attributes to work with. The fourth ability is Firm as the Earth. This is a dropped skill, and its effects can be used after your life points are at 2000 or below. Play the field spell Gaia Power. If there already is a field spell on your side of the field, return it to your hand. This skill can only be used once per duel. There are a number of warriors that are Earth attribute, and so would benefit not just from the legendary warrior structure deck, which provided equipped spell boosting, and the A forces, paired with this field spell, and you will have monsters that are level 4 and over 3000 attack. Take for example X-Saber Anu Piranha. If equipped with a Sword of Dragon's Soul, this would make her 2500 attack. Add the field spell, and this would become 3000 attack, and then add the A forces with 2 other monsters on the field. This would become 3600 attack. The fifth ability is Radiating Light. This is a dropped skill, and its effect is can be used after your life points are at 2000 or below. Play the field spell Luminous Spark. If there already is a field spell on your side of the field, return it to your hand. This skill can only be used once per duel. There are a few light monsters that work with this, in particular the fairy deck that works with Freya, the Spirit of Victory, as this would increase its attack by 400, plus the field spell is a 900 boost. Take for example the Agent of Venus, this would become 2500 attack. The last ability is Dark as Night. This is a dropped ability, and its effect is can be used after your life points are at 2000 or below. Play the field spell Mystic Plasma Zone. If there already is a field spell on your side of the field, return it to your hand. This skill can only be used once per duel. There are quite a few dark monsters that could benefit from this card. Of note, there are some Arch-themed cards that can be boosted to over 2000. Bastion's starter deck includes one Water Dragon. This is a Water Sea Serpent level 8 with 2800 attack and 2600 defense, and its effect is cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned with bonding H2O. The attack of fire monsters and pyro monsters on the field becomes 0. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target 2 Hydrogeddon and 1 Oxygeddon in your graveyard, special summon them. This card is really only useful against fire attribute decks, which aren't often seen though the destruction effect to bring back the other cards is decent, as this refills your field, enough to be able to tribute them for a higher level monster. He has 1 Oxygeddon. This is a Wind Dinosaur level 4 with 1800 attack and 800 defense, and its effect is if this card is destroyed by battle with a pyro monster and sent to the graveyard, each player takes 800 damage. This effect is not likely to be useful, but the attack stat is enough to be viable as a summon for the turn. He has 2 Hydrogeddon. This is a Water Dinosaur level 4 with 1600 attack and 1000 defense, and its effect is when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 Hydrogeddon from your deck. This card can help to set up your field, but I don't understand why they wouldn't give him 3. It is not too concerning to face, as it can be run over, but do not permit this card to use its effect, as this could do lots of damage to you. He has 3 Violent Rain. These are a Water Aqua level 4 with 1550 attack and 800 defense, and it's a normal monster. You shouldn't care too much about this standard attack, as it can be ran over very easily. He has 3 Biomage. This is a light fairy level 3 with 1150 attack and 1000 defense, and it's a normal monster. It's easy to run over and should not be a problem. He has 3 Dissolver Rock. These are an Earth Rock level 3 with 900 attack and 1000 defense, and is a normal monster. He has 3 Hinotama Soul. This is a Fire Pyro level 2 with 600 attack and 500 defense, and is a normal monster. He has 3 Lala Leon. This is a Wind Thunder level 2 with 600 attack and 600 defense, and is a normal monster. He has 1 Bonding H2O. This is a normal spell card that says tribute 2 Hydrogen and 1 Oxygeddon. Special summon 1 Water Dragon from your hand, deck, or graveyard. To avoid this, you will have to ensure that either of the acquired monsters is in his graveyard and not on the field. His level 40 deck includes 3 Hydrogen. This is a problem, as if you let its effect go through, he can search the necessary cards needed to bring out Water Dragon. He has 3 Oxygeddon. This is to ensure that he doesn't run out of the necessary materials for Water Dragon. He has 2 Carboneddon. This is an Earth Dinosaur level 3 with 800 attack and 600 defense, and its effect is if this card battles a fire monster during damage calculation, this card gains 1000 attack during damage calculation only. You can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon from your hand or deck 1 level 7 or lower dragon type normal monster in face up defense position. You can only use this effect of Carboneddon once per turn. The first effect you won't need to concern over unless you are running a fire-based deck, or very much your opponent. The second ability enables him to bring out Hyozanru. This may only have 2100 attack, but its defense is 2800, which can be difficult to get over unless you intend to run stat-increasing spells. Speaking of which, he is running one of the Hyozanru. I've mentioned his stats already. He is also a light dragon monster. He is running one water dragon. He is running 2 fossil dig. This is a normal spell card that says add 1 level 6 or lower dinosaur type monster from your deck to your hand. This is a problem, as you may have believed you have destroyed the keycards for water dragon, but then again with this he can just recover them. He is running 2 Ryuku. This is a normal spell card that says target 2 face-up monsters on the field, half the attack of 1 monster, and if you do, add that lost attack to the other monster. These effects last until the end phase. This can cause you to take considerable damage, so be careful of which cards you bring out. He is running 2 bonding H2O just to bring out his water dragons. He is running 2 Fossil Excavation. This is a continuous trap card that says activate this card by discarding 1 card, then target 1 dinosaur type monster in your graveyard, special summon that target, negate the effects of that monster on the field. When this card leaves the field, destroy that monster. When that monster is destroyed, destroy this card. This helps to bring back the cards for Water Dragon, as well as increase his field or protect his life point. Has 2 Magic Cylinder. This is a normal trap card that says when an opponent's monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster, negate the attack, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to its attack. You have to be very careful with this card, as if you have a strong monster, this could backfire on you and end up losing you the game. As for the unique drops, Bastion gives you Water Dragon as an ult. He has Homunculus the Alchemic Being. This is a secret rare. This is a light plant level 4 with 1800 attack and 1600 defense, and its effect is, once per turn you can change the attribute of this card. Not much use, but has decent overall stats to be used as a standard level 4 beta. Next card is DD Survivor. This is a secret rare. This is a Dark Warrior level 4 with 1800 attack and 200 defense, and its effect is, during the end phase, if this card was banished while face up on your side of the field, this turn, special summon this banished card. This effect can only activate once per turn. This effect is not likely to be used, but the attack is good for its level. The next card is Cursed Seal of the Forbidden Spell. This is a secret rare. This is a counter trap card that says when a spell card is activated, discard 1 spell card, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. And if you do that, your opponent cannot activate spell cards with that name for the rest of this duel. This is a card that he used against Jaden to shut down his polymerization for the duel, and I would argue that this is the only application available for this card at the time, for the time being. I will put a clip here just to show you when it was used.
Go! Trap card! Cursed Seal of the Forbidden Spell! Now, by discarding 1 spell card from my hand, I can negate your spell card and destroy it. And you can no longer use the card that was destroyed by this effect for the remainder of the duel.
DNA Transplant is a secret rare. It is a continuous trap card that says activate by declaring a 1 monster attribute. All face-up monsters become that attribute. There aren't that many decks that can work with this at the moment, unless you are running an attribute deck, but like the effect of a different monster from a different attribute, I want to ensure it gains the same boost by the attribute field spells. Hyozanru is a rare. DD Scout Plane is a rare. It is a Dark Machine at level 2 with 800 attack and 1200 defense, and its effect is, once per turn during the end phase, If this card is currently banished and was banished this turn, special summon it in face-up attack position. This effect is not usable at the moment and is very weak. Bonding H2O is Spirit Barrier is a rare. This is a continuous trap card that says, while you control a monster, you take no battle damage. This was also used in the duel against Jaden and protected his ritual monster. I believe it was called Litmus Doom Swordsman.
I'm activating a trap! Spirit Barrier! Now, as long as I have a monster on the field, Spirit Barrier will change any battle damage done to 0.
In terms of the level up rewards, at level 3 you get DD Scout Plane. At level 7 you get Hyozanru. At level 10 you get Hydrogeddon. At level 11 you get Chemicritter Carbo Crab. This is a Fire Aqua Gemini level 2 with 700 attack and 1400 defense, and its effect is, this card is treated as a normal monster while face up on the field or in the graveyard. While this card is a normal monster on the field, you can normal summon it to have it become an effect monster with this effect. During your main phase, you can send one Gemini monster from your deck to the graveyard, then add one Gemini monster from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of Chemicritter Carbo Crab once per turn. This card enables you to set up your graveyard as well as search for a necessary card. At level 14 you get Oxygeddon. At level 16 you get Chemicritter Hydron Hawk. This is a water winged beast Gemini with 1400 attack and 700 defense, and its effect is, this card is treated as a normal monster while face up on the field or in the graveyard. While this card is a normal monster on the field, you can normal summon it to have it become an effect monster with this effect. You can discard one card, then target one Gemini monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense position. You can only use this effect of Chemicritter Hydron Hawk once per turn. This enables you to bring back some field presence and use their abilities more easily. At level 18 you get Homunculus, the Alchemic Being. At level 21 you get Oxy. At level 23 you get Chemicritter Hydron Hawk. At level 25 you get DD Survivor. At level 33 you get Chemicritter Carbo Crab. At level 35 you get Poly Chemicritter Hydreigon. This is a Water Dragon Gemini level 8 with 200 attack and 2800 defense, and its effect is, this card is treated as a normal monster while face up on the field or in the graveyard. While this card is a normal monster on the field, you can normal summon it to have it become an effect monster with these effects. When another Gemini monster is normal summoned, you can make that monster gain 500 attack and defense. If a Gemini monster you control would be destroyed by a card effect, you can destroy one other card you control instead. This can help to boost the stats of Gemini monsters, as well as provide destruction protection towards some of your stronger Gemini monsters. At level 38 you get DNA Transplant. At level 40 you get Polychemicritter Deox Ogre. This is a Dark Fiend Gemini level 8 with 2800 attack and 200 defense, and its effect is, this card is treated as a normal monster while face up on the field or in the graveyard. While this card is a normal monster on the field, you can normal summon it to have it become an effect monster. With these effects, the normal summon of a Gemini monster cannot be negated. Once per turn, you can banish one Gemini monster from your graveyard, then target one card your opponent controls, destroy it. This enables your Gemini monsters to be summoned successfully without being negated, and can help to eliminate your weaker Gemini monsters to remove their card. So, what do you guys think about Bastion's cards? Are they what you were expecting? What do you think about the Chemicritters being associated with him? And what would you add to improve his deck? Leave your comments down below, like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and as always, thank you for taking the time to watch this video.
Some people never change. Well, on the low, let's see if we